Hey guys, welcome back to Weekend Wrap-Up Podcast. I'm Hannah.
I'm Sebastian.
I'm Hoorain.
I'm Sophia.
And today, let's start off by talking about the new F1 driver, Jack Doohan. How do we feel about that, guys?
I mean, pretty good. I think he deserved the promotion, for sure.
Agreed.
Yeah.
He's been waiting for a while for that promotion.
I also saw a meme saying that Alpine finally managed to sign an Australian driver.
Right.
So that's
I was like,
true.
another Australian on the grid is pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm excited.
yeah. I know, I think the British are making up like 20% of the grid next year or something along that. So like having a bit more, I guess, diversity would be a little nice.
Yeah.
Australia's not, I guess, diverse, but it's better than another British driver at the moment.
Yeah. Well, that would be, what is it? We have Oscar, Jack, maybe Daniel.
Yeah,
Maybe Steve.
still up in the air about the last one.
Yeah.
Also about Alpine, they have a new team principal. Well, we also have Audi's new team principal is Jonathan Wheatley from Red Bull. So another important person from a team they stole to assemble their.
Yeah, hopefully this Audi team is good.
Bro, I'm
At
so
least-
scared. I'm so scared. I'm like, if it doesn't turn out correctly, ooh.
It's gonna be embarrassing.
Yeah,
I
as
hope-
a Nico fan, you're in for one.
I know, right?
And we like to
Going
go
in blind.
It's like they're getting like good people from what I've read. Like they're having like good people in their positions. It's just I think a matter of how they work together and how they create the car essentially.
Yeah.
Because like if they don't work together good, then the car is not going to be the best for sure. So hopefully they have good coordination there.
Yes, and then it'll carry over their pit stop curse.
Okay. Don't even start talking because you're gonna start cursing them, and they're gonna end up having those 20-second, 30-second long pit stops again.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no!
Sauber's catching strays out here.
Still more rumors about Adrian Newey going to Aston Martin. We still don't know. We will see where
I
he
think,
goes.
yeah, I think if anything, he's most likely going to Aston Martin at this point.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't think Ferrari is gonna secure him. I don't think Mercedes would be able to secure him either.
Yeah.
And the Aston Martin links are looking really strong. So who knows? Maybe Aston Martin will improve whenever
Maybe.
Newey joins.
And more
Because
about
their
Red Bull.
performances recently.
More about Red Bull. The Christian Horner stuff has basically just completely blown over.
Of course it was, because he probably got it to go away, even though, all those screenshots and whatever.
Yeah.
Like, come on now. We all know the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all the receipts were there, but if that's what they decided in the case, then I guess, that is what they decided. So I guess, I mean, it's a good thing for Red Bull in the sense that all of that stuff is kind of behind them now, but it's not going to stop people from mentioning it.
Exactly.
So it's not as big as a cloud over them as it was, but it will always be there. And I think that will, maybe even later on down the road, that might reappear and people might be questioning Christian Horner's leadership and everything. But for right now, I mean, it's a thing of the past, basically.
Yep. Another thing with Red Bull, early on in the beginning of the summer break, Max and Ricardo supposedly had a celebration thinking that Checo was fired.
Yeah.
We don't know how
I
true
find
that was.
I find that whole situation funny.
It's kind of funny, but I don't. No one's talked about it ever since. Like they just forgot.
Yeah, I think maybe it was just like a summer break rumor and people were bored, so they mentioned it for like a day or two and then they kind of just disappeared on it.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
Yeah,
true,
probably. That just shows you, there's so many people on different pages. You got, two of the drivers thinking another one's going to be fired, and then...
Right.
I don't know.
And you have
team.
talks saying that, too. Like, you have talks with management saying that he's going to get fired, and then you do the opposite.
Exactly. Get on the same page.
Yep.
I don't know.
Oh, and again, more Red Bull. Jesus, there's a lot of Red Bull. I don't remember if it was Helmut Marko, Adrian Newey. I think one of them confirmed that Liam will be at one of the RBCs, one of the 4.
Yeah, it was Helmut Marko.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
But I don't know how much I believe that, because I feel like for the last few years he's been quote unquote guaranteed a seat, but
Right, but
I
it's
don't
not
Exactly.
happened. And recently, I guess like right after this whole Dutch Grand Prix, and even a little bit before it began, there were rumors that Liam might be lended out to Williams
Oh yeah, and
to
then
replace
Sargent
Logan
wins.
Sargent starting from Monza,
Yeah.
which is a little bit like
That's a
I
little
don't know,
weird.
like it's only 9 races left, so I'm kind of like at a state where just let Logan finish.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's not going to resign. Like, that's obvious.
That
So
Right.
is,
just
he's
let him
not
finish
getting
it
out.
out.
So yeah, just let him finish.
Exactly.
Especially if you're thinking about giving Liam a seat next season, then what's the point in loaning him out now?
Well, I mean, supposedly if they did, they can just see how good he would do, I guess, maybe. Like a test, maybe? I don't
Maybe.
know.
I mean, they
But,
did that last season too.
yeah.
I mean,
I mean, he's been
can he
annoying.
really prove his worth in a Williams though?
Okay, that's what I'm
Right.
debating too, yeah.
Hey,
So I
I
don't
mean,
know.
George Russell made it out of Williams to Mercedes, so
Girl,
Wait.
I mean, you're not wrong. You
but
know what? Speaking of Mercedes, though, we gotta talk about Kimmy.
oh, for
Yes.
sure. The rumors are just like out of this world right now, especially with saying he's signed to Mercedes already. They're going to announce it at Monza. I don't know what to believe anymore when it comes to Kimi. Because apparently
I don't.
Toto had like a Freudian slip and said that Kimi is already signed. But who knows? Especially with Kimi doing FP1 at Monza
Yeah.
this weekend.
Oh really? I can't wait to see
Yeah,
him.
it'll be cool to see.
Driving
And
George's car, right?
Yes, I think so.
probably. Speaking of Mercedes, Bono officially announced that he will not be following Hamilton to Ferrari, and he will also be getting promoted to head of race engineering at Mercedes.
Boo! We love
Yeah,
Bono and Lewis here.
yeah, that's gonna suck, but
Good for Bono, but
I'm
I'm
sad to
gonna
see
miss
them
that
end
little duo.
happy.
Exactly.
Yeah, great for Bono. I mean, I think a promotion has been a long time coming with all of
Yeah.
these championships under his belt. So, hopefully as head of engineering at Mercedes, he'll do some good. And
Yeah.
maybe Mercedes will get back to fighting for championships.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Well, we can
Hopefully.
just talk about the previous race that just happened at Zandvoort. Lando, second win. Max, Red Bull is his little car was not. What'd he
His
say?
car
He said
wasn't
it
even
was not
turning.
Yeah, he's been complaining about that for a couple of races. It has no grip or it
Yeah.
doesn't turn or
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
and they
I
said
saw
But-
video footage earlier of him just not being able to turn the car. Like he was like pushing the steering wheel all the way to the left just to turn, and it still wasn't
Mhm.
turning.
I
So
know, I saw the exact thing I think you're talking about. I thought that was insane. And he still got P2. I mean, obviously, we already know he's a great driver, but that's just
right.
so impressive.
He
Yo,
was
it's just
wrestling with the car
proof.
the
It's
whole
just proof. You gotta invest in Red Bull now. I'm okay if you guys bandwagon. You can hop on now. Hop on.
oh, man.
With the way McLaren is looking, I don't know if bandwagoning is the choice.
Hey,
I
hey.
mean, Lando is what 70 points, I think, from Verstappen.
I think it's
Yeah.
exactly 70 points.
and
Mhm.
McLaren is
I'm pretty
only
sure it is.
30
You
points.
know what? At least our primary driver doesn't got a bad personality. That's all I gotta say about that, man.
Yeah.
No, okay. So after I sent the video I don't know if I sent the video. I know I definitely was passionate about it. We were watching the race, whatever, and Lando says, Max is like catchphrase, the simply lovely.
Simply lovely.
Yeah.
Simply
So
lovely.
I think, me
I don't
personally,
think it was meant as a shady thing. I think it was meant as like an inside joke between them
Okay.
two, maybe.
I think okay. Apparently, okay. After that, I saw on TikTok earlier that apparently he said it before, blah blah blah. I think we have to like take into account the context of the way he's saying it. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
besties, probably just teasing, but I think it's a little harsh. You already beat Max at his home race, and you also have to rub it in. Me personally, if Lando was my friend, I would have been a little affected by it. I would have been a little
Oh
pressed.
yeah, for sure.
I can see it both ways, but I think I maybe
see
I'm
it
looking
both
at it
ways.
too deep, but
I don't
I
know,
don't
like
just yeah.
everybody's gonna see it their own way. I do think it was a little rude, and like he's just been kind of rude lately. But I will say I did say his last one was based on luck. I will say this one I felt was more his work. He did real
This one
good.
was definitely the work of Lando and McLaren
Yeah.
themselves. Like he got that car on pole by I think 4 hundredths or 4 tenths I don't
Yeah.
remember which one it was.
So,
But he got the pole pretty good. And then even though he bottled the start, that was like the only thing he messed up on in terms of the actual race. Because like
Yeah.
he had a good pit strategy, like he won by 20 seconds.
a
So
major
that just
20
proves like he
seconds.
was good at driving this weekend. But
My,
Red
I
Bull
know.
he was so
also
I
good.
know he's really.
Red Bull also said that I was reading an article earlier that Red Bull was saying that the reason a straight line speed was that bad and Lando was able to overtake turn 1 lap 18 was because they ran a high downforce spec on the car because they thought that tire degradation was going to be a big thing here. They specifically said we knew we gambled here, but
So
clearly
they were
tire
cooked
degradation
in the
was
beginning.
not
They were
was
cooked.
yeah,
not a
so
big
they
deal in this
basically
race.
cooked themselves there.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
They
Because
But
probably
I
had
also
it
saw.
You know
set up
what's
for qualifying too, and then they just like forgot to factor in the race or something, or they thought the race conditions would be the same as qualifying.
my only concern
Maybe.
is like I know Max is signed for a couple more years, but if he keeps going at the rate he's going, he's definitely gonna switch teams because he said himself
Definitely.
he's not in it for the money. He's there because he wants to race the fastest car and win.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he's
So
signed till 2026 at the
or
moment.
2026 or 2028, I cannot remember. It's an even
It's
number.
one of those
It's an
two.
even number. But like if it continues at this rate, it's not looking too good.
Yeah. Speaking of other race results from this weekend, I have to mention this one. Ferrari finally back on the podium with Charles Leclerc. Oh my god.
Yeah, finally.
I
It's
mean,
been
he
a
got.
minute,
Finally.
hasn't it?
It's
I
been a
mean, he
bit.
technically got P3 on Spa.
In a car that they thought that they could not get P3 in.
Yeah,
Like, and the way
Hurricane told us
Charles was
earlier that.
defending against Oscar.
Hurricane told us earlier
As
that
a Ferrari
Charles said
fan.
that he was even surprised he got P3.
Right. As a Ferrari fan, that statement shocked me, but a win is a win to like this weekend, like I'll take it. Maybe they'll do something good for Monza. I think Charles said that they're bringing updates for that as well, so hopefully they're good. Maybe another podium. Delusion in me thinks a win is possible, but just throwing it out there in case it happens, but we'll see. I'm hoping for a podium. That would be pretty cool, but we'll see. Another race result from this weekend, Pierre Gasly, P9. Who would have thought in that
Yeah.
Alpine? At the
Right?
beginning of the season, I don't think I would have thought Alpine is in the points, but they've been in points pretty much like the past few races. So like that's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Well, I think also during free practice, he was just on the radio too, saying how bad the car was as well.
Right, I
So
think I
I
saw
mean,
something like
kind
that.
of impressive too.
Can we talk about free practice 3 for a second? Because what were those results?
Yeah, it was crazy seeing a Sauber up there.
Yeah, it was crazy
Yeah,
seeing a Sauber and an Alpine in like P1, P3.
that was a little crazy. Poor Logan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Not
it's not been his season.
no.
Definitely not his
definitely.
season.
When will it ever be, bro?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Honestly, I think he's gonna have a better shot at IndyCar recently.
Yeah. I hope those
Then
rumors are true that he signed supposedly to a team in IndyCar because I feel like
hopefully,
he would do
I'm
good there. Fresh
yeah, I
start.
definitely. I think F1 is just not his thing anymore. I think he was never fully settled down into F2, and then that made its way into F1, and it's obviously just kind of hurt his
Because
performance.
wasn't he was only in F2 for a little bit, not even like what, one
I
or two
Yeah,
seasons?
I think it was just one season, and then I don't know if he became F2 champion. I don't think
I
so.
don't think so. I think Oscar took it from him,
Maybe,
I think.
maybe. I have no idea on
I can't
like the past champion history of the drivers. So maybe he was, maybe he wasn't, but I think they plucked him out too early, so that just kind of hurt him.
Yeah.
Which going back
remember.
to the Kimi Antonelli thing with Mercedes, I'm hoping that they know what they're doing and they make the right call. Because I know Red Bull did the same thing with Max Verstappen, and obviously that's worked for them. But it's like
I think
just because it works for one person, it doesn't work for everyone.
yeah,
Right.
I think it
Exactly.
depends on the person, how they drive, like just their mentality, everything. It just depends on the person. So,
Right.
all well for Kimmy.
Hopefully everything goes well. I mean, I feel like he's like 18 now, so I can't say the kid, but he's like
I mean,
not
he's not
even
that
fully
much older than us.
right. He's not fully settled in to F2. Even I don't know where is in that championship over there right now. but I
I
just
don't
don't
think
know if
he's.
it's worth it. Like, I feel like there
Yeah.
are other a bit more experienced drivers at the moment in the market that could definitely deserve the seat a little bit more.
Yeah, at least just for like a season or two, and then like Kimmy come up
Right.
eventually. Like, yeah, just give him a
Right,
second.
like,
But
you could bring Kimmy in with the new
it's,
regulations.
yeah, because I'm pretty sure he said something like he wanted to wait. I think,
Yeah, that's what I
but
thought too, but all of these
yeah, I'm pretty
rumors
sure.
think
I don't know.
otherwise.
Yeah,
Well, let's talk Monza. What are our podium predictions for this weekend?
I don't know. First of all, I want to say this is my favorite track by far. We're definitely getting McLaren win, unless
McLaren win? Who are we thinking? Lando or Oscar?
depends on
I
quality,
said
man.
Oscar last time
Depends.
for this, and he was P4. But probably gonna go Lando.
Lando win?
Although I'd want Oscar to get a second win too, it'd be cool. But I'm pretty sure.
Can you imagine Lando comes off his second win and Oscar gets a second win too?
That would be insane.
I feel like at some point that would cause a rivalry. Even if it's just like a playful one, that would
What?
cause something.
Gloria, I want it.
I want it, but I don't want a bad one. Like, I want like a silly, fun rivalry. I don't want something that's like Esteban
Well,
Mercedes.
one side of the rivalry is gonna be chill whether it happens or not. It's the other side,
Yeah,
not
that's true.
naming names, who will determine that.
Definitely.
Okay.
Okay, so we
Yeah.
got Lando
Anyway.
P1.
All
Lando P1. Who's P2?
Okay, keep going.
right. Okay, I'm gonna go crazy here.
How
Lando,
crazy.
Charles, Max.
Lando, Charles, Max. Okay. Oh, you
That's
think
not like
Charles
too
Max?
unrealistic. I could see that happening, honestly.
I don't
Okay, low
know.
key, I was thinking about it before we started recording, and that was going to be my podium as well, but I decided to change it last minute and I switched Charles and Max around. I put Charles P2 and English, Charles P3 and Max P2 because I was like, Max is in a Red Bull, and who knows what Ferrari's updates are gonna look like. But
I don't
you know,
know.
I also wanted to put Charles as P1, but
If
you know,
Ferrari's
delusions
upgrades,
are a little strong there.
yeah, that's not gonna happen. If Ferrari's upgrades
Okay.
are work well enough and Red Bull screws it up again like they did with this one, it's possible.
Yeah,
But
it's possible.
you're right. I'm probably
Yeah.
leaning more towards yours, but I don't know. I'll just
I
keep
think
on.
Fernando as well said that Ferrari is going to be the team to look out for, which is, I mean, Fernando's experience, but that's kind of crazy considering McLaren and Red Bull right now.
Maybe he knows something we
And
don't.
maybe, like, Ferrari's been a team recently where I'm like, I don't know what's going on with us anymore. Just because it's like, we
I feel like
win,
they're just like fading into the
and then we're like,
background slowly. Okay, I'll do my podium next. My podium P1, Oscar.
Oscar.
Oh, interesting.
I was expecting you to say Max.
Yeah, me too.
Max P2 and Lando P3.
Oh,
That's
okay. So she
very
believes in a
interesting.
papaya podium.
I think we will get a papaya sandwich.
Okay.
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 The two of us going very
Honestly,
out of
that's
our
pretty
comfort
believable.
zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I honestly I want to put a Ferrari driver up there on the podium, but I really don't know how the updates are gonna look. And based on recent issues,
Okay.
I think I'm gonna put a papaya sandwich, but the other way around. So Lando, Max,
Lando
Oscar,
one.
and then like
Lando.
Ferrari would be like fourth, fifth, like right there.
Oh, okay. Honestly, I like y'all's podiums better.
Than yours?
Yeah, low key,
You can
like your
change-
podiums are like
You can change
I'm sticking
yours.
with it.
Change.
It's okay. I'm sticking with my podium because my Charles delusions are too strong. My Ferrari delusions out of this world. But if we're being a little bit more realistic, it's probably either Sophia's or Hannah's for sure. I'll be shocked if we have like Lewis or George on the podium. Can you imagine Lewis winning
Again.
Monza? Can
I
you
saw someone they said. Go ahead. Sorry.
like he wins as a Mercedes driver at Monza, like,
That's kind of funny.
and he's going to that team next.
I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you.
No, you're good, but like that would be so insane. Like honestly, I'm kind of down for that.
Yeah, I saw someone they were saying he was saving his like 106 win just for Monza, so he can go like Forza Ferrari. I was like, no way. That would be insane. That would cause
He
riots.
says Forza Ferrari while in a Mercedes race suit.
That'd be so funny. You're like, oh my god, he's already in that mindset. He's
You know
forgotten
what?
which team he's still
Earlier
rooting for.
today, or I think it was earlier today, or it was yesterday, their Mercedes team posted a meme on their page. Hold on, maybe I can find it really quickly. Yes, it says, I'll send it to the group. I don't know if you want to stick it in the episode, but it says, do you speak Italian? And then it says, Autodromo Nazionale Monza. And then everyone in
Oh
the
yeah, I saw
comments is
that.
like, yeah, everyone is like, oh, they're prepping for Lewis to leave. Like, this is what Lewis has learned so far. And then some of them are like, oh, they're getting ready to welcome Kimmy because Kimmy's Italian.
Yeah, I'm about to say somebody
Wait,
said Kimmy
I
is.
thought Kimmy was Italian. You know what? I think I'm a little too tired. I wasn't paying attention. He's Italian.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my. Okay, I think
Yeah.
So
that's
wait,
pretty much it.
yeah.
Right?
Wait, did you say your podium predictions, Rain?
Oh yeah, I said,
She
what did
said
I
Lando
say?
Max Charles.
Yeah, I said Max Lando Charles.
Max Lando Charles. I thought you
Okay.
said Lando Max Charles.
No, I said Max Lando Charles. Just because I feel like Max has too much aggression recently. That like maybe he'll try to win
Okay.
at
I
Ferrari
could see
till
that,
the end.
but it depends on what that car can do against the McLaren. So
Right.
we'll
I'm
see.
like, I don't know, like if Ferrari's
They can
upgrades
go.
are good, like if I knew what Ferrari was bringing as updates, I would say Charles P1. But because it's
Yeah.
so like up in the air and we just found out that they're bringing updates, it's kind of like I don't want to risk putting him at P1.
hmm
And I don't
I'm
want to
Hey, I
jinx
don't
convinced
that.
think any of
that
us have gotten like 100% prediction right yet.
no. I'm
No, not yet.
No,
convinced this
definitely
season
not.
one of us will.
We have
I
to.
hope
We
One of us
have
has.
to.
Okay. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. And make sure to follow our Instagram and YouTube to make sure you keep up. And we'll see you in the next race for Monza. Thank you.
Bye.
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 bye.